Welcome, humans, and any celestial body else out there listening. This is Curious Minds, Infinite Answers. I'm your host, Courtney Christine Koskin. This podcast, simply put, is a mix of human curiosity and how, with the help of AI technology, curious minds can get the answers we seek. Let's get mind-bending and plunge deep beneath the surface of our everyday thoughts. Let's begin. There's something quietly historic about being alive right now. The world feels tense, like it's shifting beneath our feet, politically, economically, technologically. You can feel it in conversations, in headlines, in the silence between all the noise. And while this episode won't unpack global events, I want you to know I see it too. But today I'm zooming in because amidst the chaos out there, we're also standing at a quieter crossroads, one that's easy to miss. We are likely the last generation to live life with a certain level of simplicity, a world not yet entirely run by algorithms, smart machines, and predictive code. In today's episode, I want to pause and reflect on what we still have, what we might be losing, and how the evolution of AI, tech, and society could be reshaping the very core of what it means to be human. This one's about perspective, the kind that only comes from standing in the in-between. Let's dive in. Have you been through a drive-thru lately? You pull up, speak into the speaker, and someone, maybe a teenager on a headset, takes your order with a little bit of attitude or a laugh in their voice. It's familiar, human. But that voice? It's already being replaced. McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, they're all testing AI-powered drive-thrus. The voice isn't a person anymore. It's a program trained on thousands of voices, never gets tired, never forgets to upsell, and never asks for a raise. And behind that window, the hands making the food, also changing. Robot arms like Flippy can flip burgers, drop fries, and plate food faster than any human ever could. Soon, your late-night drive-thru run might be staffed entirely by machines. No teenagers, no first jobs, no people. And it doesn't stop there. Cashiers? Already fading. Self-checkouts were just the warm-up. AI-powered carts, facial recognition, and frictionless shopping will make human checkouts obsolete. Front desk managers, legal assistants, even basic graphic designers, all being replaced quietly, efficiently, without most people realizing it until the job postings dry up. I myself and so many other voice talents have felt it big time now with AI voices in full swing. Our jobs are becoming obsolete. All of this isn't a future prediction either. This is now. The jobs that people assumed would always be here, the ones millions rely on to pay rent, feed their families, get by, are disappearing under the weight of automation. And if you're someone who's been too busy to learn about all this, notice it, or even care, that means you're not thinking about how to pivot. And one day very soon, you might wake up and realize there's no place left for you in the system as it stands. I'm not trying to say this to scare you. Well, maybe a little, because sometimes fear wakes us up. I'm saying it to shake us out of the trance and motivate you to make time to learn about life's coming events. We've been taught that the world will mostly stay the same, that the rules we grew up with still apply, but they don't. Not anymore. If you've been thinking about learning a trade, now's the time. If you've been dreaming of going back to school, starting your own thing, leaning into what can't be automated, your human intuition, your hands, your ideas, your voice, now is the time. There will be work, but it won't look like it does today. And the ones who are paying attention, the ones willing to evolve, will be the ones leading, not scrambling. You might be thinking, okay, but surely we've got time, right? These changes won't really hit for decades. I get it. The idea of robots taking orders or AI doing your taxes sounds like something from a future we can still outrun. But here's the truth. We're not looking at a 50-year rollout. We're talking about 5 to 10 years tops for many of these changes to go mainstream. Here's a quick timeline of what's already happening. Right now, AI is answering customer service calls for major banks and telecom companies. If you've called one recently, there's a good chance you spoke to a bot and didn't even know it. They're getting that good. Right now, fast food chains across the U.S. have robot cooks, AI drive-thrus, and cashierless payment systems being tested in real markets, not test labs. In the years 2026 to 2028, autonomous delivery vehicles and sidewalk robots are expected to become normal in major cities. Some companies already use them for coffee, groceries, and takeout. You've probably already seen them if you live in one of these major cities. By 2030, that's 5 years from the making of today's podcast episode, experts predict up to 45% of current jobs will be impacted or eliminated by automation and AI. And not just low-wage jobs. We're talking accountants, paralegals, dispatchers, analysts, junior creatives. In 2030 and beyond, neural interfaces like those from Neuralink or Meta are on track to change how we access information entirely, merging brain and machine. The idea of learning slowly may actually vanish. So, if you're waiting for this to start, you've already missed it. The transition is here. We're standing in the midst of it. It's not about if it happens. It's about whether we as individuals adapt fast enough to thrive in what's coming and not rely on the Neuralink to catch us up when and if that becomes a viable option. Like I said, this is not meant to create panic. It's just meant to create movement for whoever hears this. Because the worst thing we can do in a time of massive change is assume that life will just keep playing by the same rules. Not everything is disappearing. Some skills, trades, and ways of thinking are more important now than ever, precisely because they can't be automated or easily replaced. If you're someone who works with your hands, a plumber, electrician, HVAC tech, a clay pottery teacher, your skills aren't going anywhere. Robots can't crawl under a leaky sink or troubleshoot a furnace with human instincts and field know-how. Healthcare workers, especially those in caregiving, nursing, therapy, these roles require emotional intelligence, nuance, and most of all, trust. No machine can replicate the healing power of empathy. Teachers, mentors, artists, creators, anyone who helps people feel seen and understood in real time, you still matter, maybe more than ever. Then there are the new roles being born right now. AI trainers, ethical tech consultants, consciousness coaches, digital storytellers, prompt engineers. The future belongs to those who stay curious and adaptable. So don't panic, but don't wait either. Shift, learn, reinvent yourself while there's still time to choose the direction instead of being pushed by it. And while we're here, let's take a moment to look at some of the quietly human things we still do. Things we assume will last forever, but have already or may be already slipping away. Talking to a real person for customer service. Shopping in stores and touching what you buy. Writing notes by hand, in cursive no less. Driving, windows down, music up, no autopilot. Taking photos just for yourself, not for posting. Remembering someone's phone number by heart, reading real books, meeting someone new by chance and a glance, not by algorithm. These are the things that tether us to something real, and if we let them vanish without noticing, we lose more than convenience. We lose texture, surprise, stillness, human in the state of simply being. So take the long way home sometimes, journal by hand, learn to grow something, plant, pet, or something within yourself. Learn to fix something. Reconnect with the parts of life that require your attention, not your automation. Because one day, these may be the stories we tell about what it meant to live before the merge. These current moments in time are rare. We're standing at the edge of two realities. One foot in the analog world, full of outdoor hobbies, handwritten lists, chance encounters, and the other in a digital realm that's accelerating faster than we can fully comprehend. We are witnesses, participants, and whether we like it or not, we are the architects of what's coming next. It's easy to feel powerless when change moves this fast, but I don't believe we're powerless. I believe we are now in a position of great opportunity, not just to react, but to choose. To reshape how we work, connect, learn, and live. I also believe that the most important things about being human are the things we can still choose to protect. Our imagination, our ability to pause, our attention, which, by the way, is currency for all social platforms. We know this. Spend it wisely. Protect your joy, your grief processes, your freedom to create meaning where none existed before. Perhaps your next step isn't drastic. Maybe it's just learning one new skill, reaching out to someone you admire, starting the trade school application, reading a real book without checking your phone. Maybe it's just noticing what's already fading and asking yourself, what don't I want to watch disappear? What do I want to keep alive? Look, I know we don't need to have it all figured out, but we do need to stay ready, learn what needs learning, and adjust where life calls for it. Because the truth is, we already struggle enough. And with the speed at which AI is advancing, it's not just fast, it's exponentially fast. Why? Because every major country with tech giants wants to win the AI race, be the first, be the best, be the one the world depends on. And in that race, ethical caution takes a back seat. It seems like the motto has quietly become, ship it now, fix it later. I can't say this enough. The world is changing faster than it ever has in human history. And the most dangerous thing you can do right now is fall asleep at the wheel, even if you think self-driving mode is on. Gawdat, former chief business officer at Google X, speaks deeply on this in his book, Scary Smart. He explains how we as humans are not just bystanders in this shift. We are the parents of AI. And what kind of world it grows into depends on the example we set, the data we feed it, and the consciousness we bring into this moment. If you want to understand AI, not just where it's going, but where it could take us depending on how we guide it, please read Scary Smart. It's one of the most important books of our time, and it gave me clarity, language, and hope in the middle of all this noise. So, where do we go from here? We adapt, of course. What other choice do we have? But we also anchor and remain grounded. Because even in the rush of automation and the relentless noise of progress, there's so much power in stillness. While everything screams for your attention, stillness lets you choose instead of react. It's the difference between reacting to a headline or a social media comment and responding with thought. It's taking a deep breath before answering, a walk without your phone, sitting with a feeling instead of numbing it. Stillness brings you back to your senses, to the human side of life. The sounds of birds, the texture of pages in a paper book, your own heartbeat. These things don't show up in an algorithm. It's where you remember who you are beneath all the input. It's a mirror for truth. You can't hear intuition over noise. Stillness is how wisdom surfaces. It's where our truest insights are born, the ones AI will never be able to offer. It's where you ask, is this what I want to build my life around? So to punctuate this, yes, there's immense power in stillness. Not because it's productive, but because it's real. Because it brings you back to something no tech can replicate: presence. So let the machines get smarter, but let us get wiser. Let us stay rooted in what makes us human: our empathy, our imagination, our ability to sit in discomfort without outsourcing the answer. And with all of that, here's to staying curious, to remembering and prioritizing what matters, and to finding calm in the storms of uncertainty. Let us all take part in holding the reins and building a future that's not just fast, but conscious, ethical, and good. We don't need to fear what's coming. We just need to meet it with awareness, with care, with clarity, and with courage. Carl Sagan said, "Imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were, but without it, we go nowhere." He's encouraging staying human, creative, and curious, essential for facing a future that's being reshaped by AI. Until next time, take care of your mind, your heart, and your humanness. We're gonna need it. Thank you for tuning in to Curious Minds, Infinite Answers. I'm Courtney Christine Koskin, and I hope you'll join me for next week's episode as we proceed down the path of curiosity and discovery, uncovering various topics along the way. If you have any comments or want answers to your burning curiosities, drop me a line in the comments below. Until we meet again, find the good in the world. And if you can't find it, be the good.